Henry Pete LaMore was born on a canal boat in 1905, and he and his large family lived and worked on one in the Champlain Canal until Pete was 4 years old and had a dangerous accident.
The boat there one day, and I stubbed my toe and I fell down in a hole, knocked me cold. One of the old guys on there, he jumped down in there and threw me up on the deck there, and they got a bucket of water out of the canal and stuck my head in it, they tell me, and they brought me to. That's why I said I think I better get off the boat before he breaks his neck. So he did.
When his family moved to a nearby farm, the canal remained an important part of Henry's boyhood. He would listen to the stories of older men who once worked on the canal, stories of smuggling and buried treasure.
Well, they're always talking about the treasures and stuff around. There's a lot of stuff buried around this damn town. Someday they'll find it when they excavate for a building or something or a road.
Henry and his friends used the canal as a place to play. They used to spend entire days swimming there.
We go down 8 o'clock in the morning and stay there till noon, come home, get our dinner, come back at 1 o'clock, stay there till 5 o'clock at night, come back swimming all day long. Because these pleasure boats go through, you know. They throw silver money over a quarter, sometimes $50. Geez, $50 in them days was some money. Sure. So we just watch it go down, you know. Then we'd dive, go down, feel around there, and we'd get it. Sometimes make a few bucks a day.
Pete remembers one time, somewhere between 1912 and 1915, when he saw something that looked like a treasure chest pulled out of the canal.
We was down there one morning. We got just out down there and got ready to go swimming down there. They had a big dredge down there, a dipper, one with the dipper on the clam, you know, just about halfway down on the pier. The pier was in, and they were down there dredging that basin out. Because with all that water running down in there, and the dam on the other side, it made an eddy like around in there, and all that silt would come in there and keep filling it up. Well, all of a sudden, we heard the thing start up, the steam going off there, you know, and that winch was on there. That barge began to tilt like this. So the guy stopped, and let down a little bit, and then he started up again, and gee, that thing went way up like this. And the first thing you know, up come a big iron chest. It come out about that high out of the water. We stopped it right there. Whoa. Everybody run down on the front end. They all started looking at it. You could see big, wide straps, iron straps on there with rivet heads sticking up, round rivet heads. And geez, I was kidding. Oh boy, look at that. Oh boy, look at that. What the hell is in there? Well, after they had a conversation there, guy threw his fingers around, down it went. They stopped working for the day. They raised that night, but we couldn't get out of the house to go down and see what the hell happened down there because 9 o'clock you had to be out the streets. But there was something in there, and you can bet your boot that was damn heavy, whatever it was.
Pete says there weren't too many things to play with in those days, which meant kids had to make their own fun. But when the old firehouse bell rang at 9 o'clock in the evening, you'd better get yourself home.
Otherwise, the old cops walked the beat them days, and they had nice shillelaghs about this long. And if they caught you on the street after 9 o'clock, boom, right across the seat of the pants. So we learned to run pretty fast if we happened to be running around the streets. And we got off the street, and that was it.
Pete and his friends knew the best places to set up shop if they hoped to witness a barroom brawl.
They had a big hotel down the lower end of the town, a commercial hotel. That was 1, 2, 3, 4 stories high. And down on the basement, on that old state road down the lower end of the town, they had a booze joint.
Pete remembers big flatboats outfitted with a sail and loaded with lumber coming off the lake into the canal. If there was no wind, the crew had to use poles to push the boats along. When they made it to dry land, the men hit the bars, and oftentimes each other.
Well, them birds on there, they used to have hobnail shoes and too, you know. Well, they go in this booze joint, and we sit out in the street out there, because there used to be a lot of fights, and we used to know it. So we sit out there and watch them. Geez, the first thing you know, boom, you see somebody come through them swinging cafe doors, you know, just like a piece of pulpwood. And he'd land on their face out there in the mud, and they'd sit on, they'd lay down there for about 10, 15 minutes, they'd come to, get up on their knees, go right back under the door again, and this would go on till the old alarm rang there, and we had to beat and get home.